Peace, everybody. This is Tatianna Tarot, hitting you up with another tarot energy forecast for the week of February 15th till February 21st. I hope you guys had a blessed Valentine's Day. I certainly did. I was chilling in my crib here, just keeping warm and doing a lot of energy medicine research and energy medicine techniques, catching up with work, releasing the tower meditation. So it was very loving for me. But anyway, I'm hitting you guys up this week to pull a card every 2 to 3 days. I'm going to pull one for Monday and Tuesday, another one for Wednesday and Thursday, and a last one for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm using the Rider-Waite deck this week, which is this one, the very vivid and colorful one. And we're going to invoke spirit for the highest of all good involved. Eshu Papa Legva, open the doors to allow us to receive clarity, guidance, information that we all most need at this time for our personal journeys and our ascension processes to become a higher vibration in whatever aspect of our lives that we choose to fulfill that in. So for Monday the 15th and Tuesday the 16th, I am receiving messages on, this one wants to be pulled. Ooh, the Five of Swords. Don't mind me and my sound. I like to make different sounds sometimes. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's a negative connotation associated with this card. I believe that everything is part of a whole, so everything has negative and positive context to it. That's why I don't necessarily read in reversals, but I'm not opposed to reading in reversals either. Anyway, getting into this card, we may be dealing with a lot of heavy emotion, lower vibrations. When people hear of lower vibrations, they tend to run away. They tend to want to fix it immediately and shift it into a higher vibration. I'm saying with this particular card, you need to know why you're feeling the way you're feeling, what has triggered that particular feeling, whether it's an external energy source or if it's you perpetuating some sort of cycle you don't know. This particular card deals with the element of swords. Swords deals with air, information coming through, mental stimulation, thought patterns, energetic belief habits. So this is a person who likes to carry on more than they can handle. It can be a sense of overwhelmingness, or the inability to fully express yourself vocally, whether it doesn't necessarily have to be vocalization, like communication in that sense. There's so many ways to communicate with a person, verbally and non-verbally. But this enters the communication realm in general, okay, because that's what the swords generally pertains to, the air elements, so the intangible, what you cannot touch. So here we've got a guy he's just handling more than he can chew. He's dropping his swords and he's hurting people along the way. Okay, granted, there's some sort of clarity that's coming in. There's some sort of insight that's coming in that's in relation to this behavior. I don't know if it's a result of this behavior. I don't know if it's a cause for you to exhibit this sort of behavior. But anyway, you see the horizon coming up. There's a sunrise or potentially a sunset. We can't really tell, but there's a cycle there that's either ending or beginning. And this cycle is either warning you to pay attention, not warning you in a negative way, but be mindful of what you're projecting at this time. Are you particularly hurt over someone's habits, patterns? Can you control that? If you can't control that, it's probably in your best interest to express your belief systems, to express what you're feeling, to express how it makes you feel a certain way, and how you won't necessarily allow that behavior to perpetuate because it's not fair for you. Or maybe you're exhibiting this behavior in some way to another person, and you need to be mindful that what you're exhibiting can be hurting people around you even though you don't know it. Another interpretation can be that you are piling on more than you can chew. You're piling on too much mental stimulation. Either you want to finish a to-do task that's a little excessive, and you feel guilty at the end of the day because you didn't really get anything done, or you're juggling 18 projects at once, and so your focus is so scattered that you're not really fully accomplishing anything. And so people who are depending on your word and for your leadership, they're being left behind as a result of your irresponsibility or your inability to kind of manage and use time efficiently to your favor. So for Monday and Tuesday, it's more of a time to step back and give yourself a mental break. Really learn how to figure out how to meditate in your own way that is organic to you. Like, a lot of people view meditation as sitting in a lotus position and staying there for like 30-20 minutes. I don't like to meditate like that. There's so many different ways to meditate. You can meditate in the shower. You can meditate while listening to music. You can meditate with crystals. You can meditate on your food. Meditate is just, to put it simply, it's just being aware of your thoughts, of your energy, without judging them, without trying to change them, without using your left brain to kind of analyze why you're receiving the information you're receiving and all that jazz. The point is to be accessible to the information. The point is to open yourself up to the vessel of spirits. Because when you meditate, you try to become still. And so your mind needs to be very still right now in order for your spirit to give you the information on the next step. It's either telling you need to reprioritize, you either need to let things go so that they don't bother you, or you need to accept that people can't change. And so you're just going to have to take that as a grain of salt, as a grain of salt, and just move forward with your life. Or you need to fully articulate your needs and your expectations in order for this not to happen again in the future. Regardless, this is I'm feeling a little heavy here. And then you could probably note from my inability to speak clearly that something is particularly not quite balanced. So this can be something that has been bothering you for some time, or a habit that has been going on for a long time that you've either dealt with, like maybe the habit of always being late, or the habit of not organizing your life and just throwing yourself into situations and not really thinking in advance. The important note to take from this is that not only is it harming you in some way, but it's harming other people. So take a step back, breathe, recalibrate yourself, find your balance, and then, deal with one thing at a time. Address the right people. Write down what you need to do in order to really structure and find organization in your life. Since it's all mental, you don't want to have too much cluttered up in the brain. You want to write something out. And writing is the act of earth. You're putting it down into concrete. You're seeing the physicality of it, so that you're not relying on yourself to remember everything at once and to do everything at once. I mean, we are receiving information all of the time and from all sorts of things. So it's just completely unreasonable on yourself to just store all that excess information when there are other ways to cope with it that's just much more effective. Now, let's go into Wednesday and Thursday of this week, and that is the 17th and the 18th. What's the information we most need to know? In love and light, Wednesday and Thursday, in love and light. Wednesday, Thursday of this week, in love and light. Spirit, come through. You're feeling heavy, so I'm going to leave you with this one. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. This is the Ace of Swords, meaning you are better at communicating that when you think. You're just not using all the tools. You need to really fully express yourself. And when you fully express yourself, you're in your power. You are controlling your own spirit. You're doing what you're being directed to do from an inspirational point. And the Ace of Swords is really about taking charge, being ahead of the game, clearing out all the cobwebs in your life, clearing out all the inconsistencies, any blockages, any unnecessary things that you don't need to put up with. Your time right now is all about relaxing and alleviating the mind. Again, we're dealing with the air sign. You're also, excuse me, it's also very important to put things down, write things down in paper. I think I say this all the time, but it's true, because we're just vessels, so we're just receiving and receiving and receiving and receiving, and we can't necessarily be receptive to receive what we most need if we're cluttered up with crap that we don't need. And this is telling you, you need to be a little bit proactive. Go do it. If you need to talk to that person about that important topic, go do it. If you need to clean your room, because this kind of pertains to cleaning in a general sense. So whatever is happening in the external, if you notice a lot of clutter and baggage, it's probably reminiscent of your internal state of being. So do the work internally, and you'll see the work manifest for you externally. But on an amazing note, this may be an opportunity that is granted to you that is very unexpected. It may be something that you have been working towards, something that you've been trying to manifest and invoke for some time, but it may not come as the shape that you want it to come out in. However, it may be an opportunity in which someone's presenting to you to take charge, be a leader, be a visionary. We need your input, we need your advice, we need your expertise, we need your skill, we need your talent, we need your spirit in this particular denomination. Please take charge. But however, in order for you to do this, you need to be in a balanced state of mind. You need to be clear. You need to be concise. You need to be ready to execute just thoughtfully. And you cannot do that if you have too much junk in your trunk. And I mean your upward trunk, not your backward trunk. So this is actually a blessing in disguise. But the prior card, which I probably put back into the deck and can't pull out right now, is all about being careful with your words, being careful with your actions, making sure you don't belittle anybody, making sure you give everybody the respect that you deserve and that you need and that they deserve and that they need. And that you're preparing yourself for this venture here. This might not actually manifest on Wednesday and Thursday, but it could be some sort of idea or some sort of insight or some sort of portal that is being revealed to you about some sort of, excuse me, I can't even say some sort of, some future venture projects a little bit later on that you'll get the juju for this week. Okay, so let's find out our last card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In love and light. Oh, damn, that just fell out. Oh, damn, we're getting all swords this week. This is the 10 of Swords, okay? The 10 of Swords is a little gloomy. All right, we might be extremely just worn. And who knows? Sometimes we can't even rationalize why we feel the way we feel. It could be a universal thing. It could be on an astrological standpoint that we're receiving a lot of contradiction between the planets, and so it's affecting us in some way. It could be someone that we might not know that's near us, that's going through some difficult time, and therefore that is affecting us inadvertently. It could be a dietary thing. It could be just that your spirit and your consciousness is surfacing, is excuse me, bringing up some important topics and themes that you have not dealt with. Now is the time to deal with that. This is about the liberation of your spirit. This is about what's going to make you feel free. This is about not giving a shit and doing what you need to do, and worrying about yourself and not really finding validation in the external realm. However, the 10 of Swords can be a very intimidating card for those that really don't know any better. In the worst of things, it can mean death, elimination, the end of an intense cycle, very harsh energy coming into our lives to make us realize the truth about a particular situation, a person, or ourselves. I would suggest this whole week to take it easy, because it's a lot of air signs. You want to balance it out with earth signs. So, I would say don't take things so serious this week. I think there's a rhyme to a reason in why you're receiving the information that you're receiving. And yes, it may not feel like a bunch of sunflowers and roses. However, this is just a part of the energetic process of working out whatever blockages we got to work out with. This is the process of evolution. Evolution's not easy. Ascension's not easy. Whoever said it is, whoever says it's all love and light is full of shit. Excuse my language, but it is. You got to keep it real. Spirituality is about being real to yourself. And so you may go through emotional bursts this week. You may want to cry. You may be prone to react in ways that are not favorable to yourself or to other people. But you know what? If you're feeling that way, you got to honor that. At the same time, you don't want to go all willy-nilly and just go killing on a killing spree. Don't do that. But you got to honor it. If you know, and try to find healthy ways of expressing your anger or your frustration. Meditating helps me a lot. And cutting energetic cords. You can look on YouTube how to cut energetic cords by using Archangel Michael meditation. You can use certain stones such as selenite to help you clear out patterns. You could do an open heart space meditation. Again, you can Google that on YouTube. You could talk to a good friend about your issues and tissues. You can journalize. You can eat a nice, healthy, grounded meal, some oats, some grains, some lentils. Go walk in nature. If you have the possibility to walk in nature, go walk in nature. Go hug a plant, go hug a tree, go play with your pets. Drink lots of water. ¿Dónde está? I have my water here. Been drinking so much water. This particular month and week have been very energetically heavy for me. I've not been having the time of my life, so I'm not surprised that these cards are coming up too. I'm just saying that this is just a year where we're working out all the kinks so that we can live our best and most highest, ¿cómo se dice? Possibility in our lives, you know? And so this has to happen. You have to go through the darkness in order to see the light. I'm not saying that this is necessarily lending to depression or something really dark, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say this may be the easiest week, because it probably not. And this might not pertain to everybody either. So you take and you get and you take whatever resonates with you, and you throw whatever doesn't work out the window. That being said, I wish you all the best. May the spirits and the ancestors around you bless you and continue bringing you a lot of ashe. Find a lot of gratitude inside of yourself first and foremost before you find gratitude in the things around you, because we tend to leave ourselves out of the equation, and self-love is really the key to everything else. So again, I wish you endless amount of love and amazing experiences in your near future. Should you have any questions, don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm accessible through social media at Tatianna Tarot, TatiannaTarot, through my website www.myurbanillumination.com. And yeah, I'm kind of lofty right now. See, that energy just kind of threw me off, but I hope it doesn't throw you off. Stay grounded, stay light, and stay peaceful. Make your peace, okay? Because that's the most important thing for you right now. Ashe.